Okay, according to the drawings here, I've got the disc and I've got the axle, and then I've got to come up 3 inches above the disc with a piece of 1-inch bar stock and attach myself to the bottom of the pivot, which is this piece here. Can you see that? Not too well, huh? Let's turn on a light. So it's going to sit like this. This flat here is going to go against the flat bar stock that's going to go up to the tool holder, and this is going to be my pivot. Now the problem is that I can't weld to the bottom because guess what's there? So what I'm going to have to do is weld to the side, which won't be a problem, except that a 1-inch piece of bar stock is going to weld to the side, and it's going to get a little bit squirrely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in over the top and just take and create a flat surface on one piece there, and then create a flat surface on the bar stock too, so that the bar stock will come about right here, and then I could weld it to it. It will be flat. It won't tweak around or get weird on me this way or this way, and we can kind of play with that. Crank up the mill. Take a surface off of the top of that. Well, we don't want to go that fast. That looks good. Drop this down till we hit. Lock it. Come back. We're in good and tight. Raise ourselves up about, I don't know, 20 thousandths or so. Kick ourselves in gear. Okay, let's take another 20. And this time we can just kind of work our way back. And that should do the trick right there. We'll set that at 0, and we know where it's at now. And let's come back and do this again. Take just a little bit more out. We don't need to take much. Maybe another 20. We're going to do one last 20 here. And that'll give us a nice flat surface to work from. Okay. I think we're going to be good there. Now we'll come forward and back just to kind of clean that, to square that up so we can go right to that edge. And that should do the trick. Let's take it back to 0. And we'll do the other one. This time we'll take the whole thing at one shot. I think we can do it. No problem. Alright, done deal. Back and forth a little bit. And that part is set. Okay, let's go over and we're going to mill out another part. Oh yes, the 1-inch rod. But first we have to cut. Okay, so the 1-inch piece of bar stock I was talking about, I've cut it, and it's 13 inches long. And now I just want to put it in the lathe and round off the ends. One reason is so nobody cuts their fingers on rough edges. And then the other reason, of course, is you know, it looks good. So this is going to be the place, the thing that Tim's going to look at. He's going to see it. And, you know, you want to do a nice finish. So, turn the machine on, crank it up, bring it in close. And you can't see a thing, can you? Okay, we're going to just hold it by hand this time. It's going to be a little wiggly, but it won't be bad. And I'm just moving this contour tool in onto the piece of steel. And slowly but surely it'll cut the round. Let me get a little oil on there. Part of this little operation is to flatten the bar that we just did, and I got it all set up, I'm just going to take just the slightest skim off of the top of that bar so that it fits flat. I'm going to do it to this one here while we're cutting that, and so then this will sit right nice and flat against that. We'll be able to pull a really good weld on that, on the junction place, and it'll have a nice look to it. And by the way, I put a second flat over on this end so I can index the disc when the time came. Done deal. Now we're at the place to weld, where we're going to weld all of this stuff together. So we've got the flat here and we got the flat there, and these two flats go together and butt up. And then I come in with a clamp. Let's get this thing on the right side. Slip the clamp under it. Get that baby in place. There we go. Yep, not quite. There we go. Okay, so that's sitting there like that. Now, what I have to do is I have to make sure that I am true with the inside hole. But, you know, I can't really measure the inside hole because I have the clamp there, but I can measure the outside. And that's pretty close. I mean, we're talking, you know, tractors here, not rocket ships. So it's way off. We can see that right away. So basically we'll just come in here and square that up eyeball and see what we've got. And I'm going to come to this flat surface here because this is a machined surface with that inner bolt, or with that inner hole. And we'll come to that surface and then we just check. And you can kind of look down there and see. Hang on a second, let's get it right. Geez, that's very close. God, that's right on the money. That's amazing. Look at that. Right off the bat. Alright, so let's tighten it up a little bit. Make sure we're getting there solid. Lay this thing down one more time. And check it. And we move just a little bit. I'm thinking we could probably just tap it with a hammer just a tad. Just a tad more. Come on. That's about as close as we're going to get. I don't know if you can look down that line there, but I'd say we're there. Okay, and we're nice and tight, and we're all set up. bottomed out. Looks good. Now let's take it over to the to the welding table, and we're going to preheat this so that we can get a really good weld. Alright, we're right there. Turn our torches on. And just throw a little heat on this baby until it gets nice and warmed up. Hang on. Alright, I'll save you the details here. We're going to take about another 5 minutes to warm this up. Well, maybe not. Let's just play it out. Oh, yeah. And our heat stick is somewhere, I can't seem to find it. Oh, here it is. Alright, let's see what we've got. Yep, looks good. Okay, so time to weld. Gloves. And we're going to drop this thing down so that it's more horizontal. We'll get our optimum weld position. Hook up our ground. Get a new rod. We're using 6013, which is a nice, even, mellow, mild steel rod. And we'll come in. Got a bit of a bead there. Let's see how that turned out. Fair to middling. That looks good. Flip it over, and we're going to drop a bead in right here. That one's actually a much better weld. Cute, huh? Not bad. Take this off, and we've got our basic shape there, and we'll go from there, and once it cools, we'll work it. Since these nuts are specific to the shaft, because I drilled the hole once the nut was tight, I think what we need to do is go ahead and put some kind of signal into the piece itself that says nut A to shaft A. How did that look? That's not quite. That's better. Okay, and you know, B we don't need to deal with, but who cares?